Hello everyone. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Matthew Hilley. I'm nobody special. I'm just another American citizen, a conservative with an opinion that I want to share with you. I've been meaning to do one of these videos for a while, and like everybody else out there, I just stay very busy and haven't had the time to sit down and actually do it. But after this past weekend and what I've seen in the last couple of days, I felt like I really needed to take a moment and address an issue that I've seen. Now, the media would have us to believe, with all the events that's happened in the past, few weeks and months since Trump's been elected, that we're in the middle of the beginning of this god-awful race war, black against white, the white supremacist, Black Lives Matter, and don't get me wrong, there's racism in this country, but it's nowhere near the magnitude that the media would have you to believe. We went to a high school football game this past Friday. I've got 2 kids in the band and 1 on the football team. And I was sitting in the stands, and as I looked around, I began to notice that, there wasn't blacks and whites at each other's throat, trying to kill each other or choke each other. Actually, there were blacks and whites sitting together, playing together. Several interracial couples were sitting next to us. We have some gay couples that were there, and for the most part, just peace and harmony. So that kind of got me to thinking. And then, throughout the weekend, and of course, we've had Hurricane Harvey hit in Texas. And you need to remember to pray for everybody going through that in Texas. A lot of people have lost their homes, lost everything. But the government, the FEMA's in there, and the country, as it always does, has stepped up, and everybody's sending people down there to help out, and that's the way it should be. But as you look at a lot of the pictures that's coming out of the Houston area and other places in Texas, my God, I just keep seeing all these photographs of black people helping white people helping black people, and you have all this mixture of colors and everybody's helping one another. And you say, yeah, Matthew, but it's a hurricane. People all bullcrap. The majority of the people in this country, the majority of the areas in this country, everybody's getting along just fine. We can have a difference of opinion. We can have a difference. You can like Trump, not like Trump, think the Confederate statue should come down or stay up. We can debate these issues. You can protest. You can speak out. You can stand up for what you believe in. But do it with some sense. Come on, people. Act like adults instead of whiny children that hasn't had enough discipline in their life to know what's right from wrong. But if you look, you see it everywhere. The majority of our country is going through about their everyday lives. They're going to work. They're making money. They're going through hardship. They're whatever their case may be, wherever they may be, and everybody's getting along just fine. But yet, when you turn on the news, it's doom and gloom. It's white against black, white supremacist this, white supremacist that. And don't get me wrong, white supremacist, the KKK, alt-right, neo-Nazis, whatever tagline you want to put on them, all of those guys are idiots, okay? They're just, they have their set of beliefs, and, it's crazy, it's ridiculous. And those people are so small in comparison to the population. But then that brings me to another point. The other side of the coin there, the extremists on the left, are just as bad as the extremists on the right. Oh my God, yes, I just said it. I agree with what the president said. Both sides are causing problems. Extremists on either side, right or left, are causing problems. Black Lives Matter, Antifa or Antifa or whatever how you want to pronounce their acronym, these people are causing problems. They are not part of the solution. They are part of the problem. If you want to protest something, then show up, protest, speak your mind, express your opinion, do it in a peaceful manner. Talk to the news media. I promise they will be there. talk to the news media, get your point across, and then go out and get involved in an organization and make a difference per your beliefs. Vote your beliefs. Get involved in organizations that you believe will make a difference. But going out here and standing in the middle of a freeway and blocking traffic, burning down the Subway or the 7-Eleven, busting windows out of this, catching this car on fire, beating somebody up with a baseball bat, throwing rocks. This is childish bullcrap. That's all it is. And no one is going to ever take you serious when you act like that. No matter what side you're on, no matter what your opinion is. If you think that it's okay to beat somebody up or burn down a building or destroy property because you don't agree with their opinion, then you are the worst possible kind of person on the planet. And you are doing nothing but causing problems, spreading chaos, and basically creating an environment where people have to live in fear of speaking their mind or speaking their opinion. And that's not what we want, folks. What we want is people to be able to speak out, say what they want to say, and do so in a peaceful way. Why can't we just go back to the days where when you disagree with something, if you want to protest, protest. But stop spreading the hate, the violence, and the stupidity. Because it's going to do absolutely nothing. You are going to accomplish absolutely nothing. If you want to accomplish something and make a difference in the world, start off by, first of all, being informed and knowing the facts. Then you go out there armed with factual information, and then do your protest. Work for an organization. Do whatever you feel like you need to do, but do it in a peaceful and disciplined way. And then over time, you will see that you can actually get things done. Come on, people. You've got to pay attention to what's going on in the world. And I know that there's people on the left that don't like Trump. I'm a Trump supporter. I was a supporter early on. I voted for him. I think he's doing a fabulous job. If you don't agree with that, that doesn't mean that you and I have to hate each other. It just means that we have to disagree on that issue. But the problem I have is most of the people that I talk to or have had run-ins with that disagree with me on Trump or the race issues in this country or a number of other things, most of them have no clue as to the facts of what's actually going on. They spew out the headlines off of a Facebook news story or out of the newspaper or off the evening news. And, they repeat what they've heard, and nobody bothers to dig down and to get facts anymore. Nobody wants to argue with facts. They want to argue with emotion. I feel, I believe, I think. How about this is the facts? And then if you disagree with the facts, that's okay. You have that right. Men and women have died on the battlefield protecting your right to disagree with anything and to say anything that you believe. But do it in a peaceful way. We don't have to hate each other because we disagree. I have gay friends, black friends, I have liberal friends, I have, I know people and get along with people from almost every walk of life that I can think of right now. And I've had discussions and debates with people that I very much respect, and we can disagree and still shake hands and walk away and still, say hi to one another when we see each other. And that's how it should be. So, for God's sakes, people, pay attention to what's really going on in the world. Don't be led astray, by the news media or any other organization who spews out all this hate mongering and race baiting and everything else that's going on. Go to a high school football game. Go out here to any of your local events. Go out here on the street and walk around. And unless you live in some of the, yeah, are there parts in the inner cities, and there's pockets here and stuff that things are worse than they are. I feel really blessed because I live in South Carolina. I think I love my state. I think we have a lot of great people in this state, and maybe you live in a state where there's a denser population around the big cities, and maybe you don't see as much of the good in people that I do. And my advice to you would be either get involved, change the area in which you live so you can see what I see, or move to a less populated area, or come on down to South Carolina and join our group, and we'll be glad to have you, as long as you act right, of course. So, and this video went a little longer than I thought it was going to be. I plan on doing more of these in the future, but people, don't let the news media run and shape your opinions and run your lives. Don't let the hate groups out there make you think that America's going to hell in a handbasket, and Trump's the Antichrist. Whether you like him or hate him, Trump has been a very effective president so far as getting the things done that he promised to the American people, things that a lot of Americans care about. And if you don't like him, then work for the other side when it comes election time. When 2020 rolls around, work for the other candidate. Get out there and put up signs and work late into the night like I have when I believe in a candidate. Go to your local candidates, for governor, representative, state senate, whatever. Work for somebody you believe in. Go out there and work for that candidate and get that candidate in office, and then hold their feet to the fire and tell them, look, you work for me. That's how you make change. So I invite everybody to go out to some local event this coming up weekend or very soon, and just look around. Do you see people choking each other or throwing things at each other or cussing each other out because, oh, he's black, he's white, he's Asian, oh, that person's Muslim, oh, there's a gay person, whatever. It's really not like that. And I just invite you to go out, enjoy your tiny slice of America, and stop listening to the news media, because if we all stop listening to the crap that is spewed every day and that catches on, maybe they'll go back to having ethics in reporting and standards in reporting, so that people will start back reporting facts and not putting their slant on a story so that they can push their own personal agenda. If you've made it this far, thank you for listening. If you feel like what I've said is important, or you would like to say the same thing to somebody, I invite you to share my video. If not, guess what? Make your own video. You have a voice, and most people out there have the tools to be able to have that voice heard by more than just the people in their family. So if you feel passionate about something, speak up, speak out, stand up, but do it the right way. No hate, no chaos, no throwing rocks or burning buildings. Just arm yourself with facts and go out and work hard to change the world. Thank you very much.